Nope. How about now? And now, yes, okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Robin Back, an associate professor here at UCF's Rosen College of Hospitality Management and interim chair of the Department of Food Service and Lodging Management. I'd like to offer you a very warm welcome to UCF Rosen College of Hospitality Management and the Hospitality Hall of Fame at the #1 college in the nation for hospitality education and research. Thank you. Not only is the Rosen College ranked #1 in the nation, but it is also consistently ranked among the top hospitality programs in the world, with a stellar reputation for the quality of both our educational programs and our research throughout the nation and indeed worldwide. Yet, despite this global reputation, we are firmly rooted here at home, where we're proud to be part of the Orlando, the Orange County, and the Central Florida community. This evening, we're here to honor 5 people who have made an impact on the hospitality industry through their hard work and their engagement with the community. This evening, we will honor our 2023 Hospitality Hall of Fame inductees, Barbara Bowden, John Sprouls, and Disney legend Ron Logan. We will also recognize our 2023 Outstanding Young Alumnus, Frank Hamedl, and our 2023 Distinguished Alumna, Dominique Greco. Thank you. Before we induct Barb, John, and Ron into the Hospitality Hall of Fame, I would like to thank special guests and members of our various advisory boards, our alumni who have joined us for this celebration, our faculty and staff, our students, volunteers who are all members of the Rosen College Leadership Council, some of our best and brightest students, and of course, our generous sponsors. And now I would like to introduce you to Dr. Yu Chang Wong, Dean of the Rosen College of Hospitality Management, for some brief words.
Thank you, Robin, for the kind introduction. Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you all for coming to the Rosen College Hospitality Hall of Fame. We are so excited to have you here this evening with us. You are some of the college's big supporters in many different ways, including, but not limited to, giving of your time for leadership workshops, classroom takeovers, serving on our advisory boards, giving us your talent, sharing knowledge about the industries you work in, and giving your treasures, providing students scholarships, jobs, and internship opportunities. Your support is vital to the success of Rosen College. It has helped us to grow and expand our dynamic curriculum offerings and become a top-ranked institution of higher education. Rosen College has been recognized as the global center of excellence in hospitality education, research, scholarship, industry engagement, and distinct impact. We are a top educator of the future leaders of the hospitality industry, with our students entering the workforce prior to graduation through our robust internship programs, including many through Universal Orlando Resort, and of course, the progressive internship through Loews Hotels and Company, which was spearheaded by Barbara Bowden, along with Rosen College faculty. Some of these students are here with us today. We are grateful for the partnerships, the industry engagement, and support, which has made us what we are today, almost 20 years after opening our doors as a standalone campus. So we're actually in the process of planning for our 20 years anniversary next year, which is a very, very important milestone for us. Our mission at Rosen College is to educate and develop future generations of global hospitality, tourism, event, and entertainment leaders through comprehensive and innovative academic programs, knowledge creation through research, and a dynamic worldwide industry and community partnerships. We are extremely proud of what Rosen College is today and where it's going. As we go forward, we hope the next 20 years will prove to be as vibrant and exciting as the first 20. We know that we will continue to strengthen the bonds between the college and the industry as we charge on. So thank you again for coming this evening. So I will now turn the program back to Dr. Beck. Thank you again.
Thank you, Dr. Wong. Thank you. Since 2007, we have inducted 26 distinguished individuals into our Hospitality Hall of Fame. There would have been more honorees, as the talent in the industry is boundless, but we are forced to take a short break due to the pandemic. This evening, we induct 3 more people into the Hospitality Hall of Fame, leaders who have made an impact and continue to influence the hospitality industry. Let's begin with Barbara Bowden. Barbara Bowden is the Area Managing Director for Loews Hotels at Universal Orlando. She's responsible for the operation of the destination's premier and preferred hotels, including a Loews Portofino Bay Hotel, Hard Rock Hotel, Loews Royal Pacific Resort, and Loews Sapphire Falls Resort. Collectively, these award-winning hotels offer 3,400 guest rooms and nearly 250,000 square feet of connected meeting space at the Loews Meeting Complex at Universal Orlando. Here to tell us more about Barbara Bowden are some people who are very special in her life. Her son, Matthew Bowden, her daughter-in-law, Amethyst Bowden, and her daughter, Rachel Youngs, who I'd like to invite to the stage. Welcome, the floor is yours.
In 1981, my mother, Barbara Jean Ducey, student at Missouri State University, moved to sunny Orlando, Florida to participate in the inaugural Magic Kingdom College program, beginning her career in hospitality. Soon after, she met her now husband, David Bowden, while they were both working at the Buena Vista Palace. After falling in love with my father and this community, Barb made Orlando her forever home. In 1986, Barb joined the opening team for the Peabody Orlando, starting as a front desk supervisor. Over the course of 27 years at the Peabody, Barb worked her way through the ranks with passion and excellence to become the vice president, general manager of the Peabody until the change of ownership. After a brief but cherished time serving as the general manager of the Orange County Convention Center, Barb joined the Loews Hotels family at Universal Orlando in 2014 as area managing director on the senior executive leadership team.
Over the course of Barb's career, the hospitality community has been an incredible source of support, inspiration, and cherished friendships for her. Likewise, Barb has committed to pouring her experience and talent back into this wonderful community through her many affiliations, serving as an executive committee member for Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association, Visit Orlando, and Central Florida Hotel and Lodging Association. For Barb, her service is not only to the hospitality industry, but also extends to the wider Orlando community. She is proud to serve on the board for Magnify, an organization that provides residential life skills development, advocacy services, and training and education, leading to competitive employment for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities throughout Central Florida. Barb also volunteers in her church's prison ministry, visiting and sharing hope with women suffering from drug and alcohol addiction. She serves on the board for Young Catholic Professionals of Orlando and is honored to currently serve on the Dean's Advisory Board for the UCF Rosen College of Hospitality Management.
When preparing for this introduction, I found a quote that described hospitality as love in action. And I thought that this most perfectly captures the essence of my mom. Driven and guided by her strong faith, my mom has dedicated her life and career to demonstrating love through dedicated service to her teams, to her community, to her guests at her hotels, and her family and friends. Growing up, I had the privilege of having this very special person as my mom, my friend, and my role model. She and my dad demonstrated the importance and the dignity of working hard, sacrificing for family, and doing so with elegance and joy. As I have grown up and now have my own daughter, I have also a new appreciation for the example that my mom set as a working mother. She worked hard to balance her career and her family life, and thankfully we had a dad who was really good at cooking. We like to joke that even today, when mom's cooking, why do you need an oven timer when you have a smoke alarm, right? So, nonetheless, mom made it consistently a priority to be deeply present in the lives of my brother Matthew and me, and we're very grateful for that. Aside from her many professional accomplishments, which you've just heard about, her most impressive roles by far have been those of friend, of daughter, of sister, of aunt, of wife, mother, and now grandmother, into which she pours her whole heart every day. So Mom, I'm teary. On this very, very special day, we want you to know how proud we are of you, and we thank you for the dreams that you have inspired in us and that you inspire in all who know you. So congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. No, stay on the stage. Thank you so much. And now, please welcome to the stage 2023 Hospitality Hall of Fame inductee, Barbara Bowden. I'd also like to invite Dean Wong back to the stage to present the award. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you all so much for being here this evening. It is absolutely such an honor to be inducted into this Hospitality Hall of Fame. First, I'd like to congratulate my fellow inductees, John, and to Ron's family. And to our outstanding young alumni, Frank and Dominique. It's absolutely an honor to be recognized with all of you. I'd also like to recognize the past inductees, many who I have known and had the great fortune to work with, and actually a few who are here tonight. I am so grateful for these industry legends who have inspired so many and paved the way for us tonight. I have immense gratitude to so many. Thank you, Dean Wong, and the faculty and the staff here at the Rosen College. As you heard from Dean Wong, I mean, this campus has contributed to our community in such a significant way. I actually remember when the campus opened here back in 2004 as really a state-of-the-art, largest, most advanced facility ever built for hospitality management in the country. I saw firsthand the talent that it attracted to our organizations and has benefited us for the past 20 years. And as you said, will continue to develop future generations of hospitality leaders for years to come. Thank you, Dean Wong, for your leadership. I am also grateful to my fellow board members and friends from CFHLA, Visit Orlando, and FRLA. As most of you know, Visit Orlando and the Orlando Economic Partnership launched a branding campaign last year, Unbelievably Real, referring to our amazing Central Florida community as a wonderful place to live, work, and play. Having lived here for almost 40 years, this certainly struck a chord with me. And these organizations are committed to making Central Florida the most visited, welcoming, inclusive destination in the world, bettering our community by advancing our businesses, contributing to the economy, with an unwavering commitment to meeting the needs of the underserved in our community. I'm incredibly proud to serve with these organizations. This industry has given me the opportunity to work with some of the most talented and authentic colleagues who have become cherished, lifelong friends. I'm grateful to my boss, Dave Bartek, and my Loews Hotels at Universal Orlando family. As the saying goes, you can't pick your boss, but in this case, I did. Dave provides me and the senior leadership team opportunities to do our best work in an environment that's open, honest, and collaborative. This is such an exciting time for us at Loews Hotels. You all, my Loews family, inspire me each day, and I'm grateful to work with each of you. As I stand here tonight, I'm reminded of the message in a book by Jonathan Tisch, Executive Chairman of Loews Hotels & Co., entitled The Power of We. Truly, together, we make Orlando one of the most visited destinations in the world. To my colleagues here tonight from Universal Orlando, thank you for a partnership that has spanned more than 2 decades, with much more to come. To the students here tonight, we salute you, and we're here to help you grow and develop and make the most of the incredible journey that lies ahead for you. I'm also blessed this evening, as you saw, to be joined by many of my dearest friends and family members. You all have encouraged, supported, inspired me through the many seasons of life, and I thank God for each of you. Of all my life's blessings, I'm thankful in a particular way for my children, Matthew and Rachel. You have both been the greatest source of my inspiration, and I'm incredibly proud to who you have become. To Matthew's wife, Amethyst, and Rachel's husband, Brian, I'm so thankful to have you in our family, and I love you. And to my sweet granddaughter, who you've all seen tonight and here now, Avila, you make my life so bright, and I thank God for making me your Mimi and bringing you into our family. Lastly, but certainly not least, thank you to my husband, David. As you heard, we met 39 years ago when I was working at the front desk at the Buena Vista Palace, and David was working as a bellman. This year, we're celebrating our 35th wedding anniversary. Throughout our careers in raising our family, David has unreservedly committed to our partnership. David, I have loved every season of my life with you. Thank you for your encouragement, your love, and all your sacrifices to building our beautiful life together. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Bowden, for those lovely words. And now we would like to induct our second nominee into the Hospitality Hall of Fame, Mr. John Sprouls. Mr. Sprouls is Executive Vice President and Chief Administrative Officer for Universal Parks and Resorts, the division of NBC Universal responsible for all worldwide theme park, resort, and development activities. He oversees human resources, legal, business affairs, risk management, parks information technology, real estate, corporate communications, external affairs and community relations for the group. Is there anything that you don't oversee? Here to tell us more about John Sprouls are some people who are very special in his life. His daughters, Chris Burkett and Jamie Sprouls, and his son, Mike Sprouls. I'd like to invite you to the stage.
Welcome. The floor is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we are here to celebrate John Sprouls, a man known for his kindness, generosity, hard work, tenacity, intelligence, and wisdom. And in one of his wisest ideas yet, he has asked his 3 tattooed, pierced, and otherwise non-conforming children to masquerade as model citizens tonight and introduce him. So, here goes.
We have seen too much. We know, for example, that our father was not always the champion of company policy that he is today. During his younger days, working at Libretti's Italian restaurant, for example, he made sure to study his law books during work hours on company time.
But this, of course, demonstrates his work ethic and his ability to keep his eyes on the future, that he's always tirelessly investing in tomorrow. So that tomorrow would never have been realized without his wife, our mom, Laverne. She also worked tirelessly, holding down 3 jobs while Dad finished law school. And what better example of strength of their partnership? Without her, we'd all still be stuck in New Jersey, saying things like dog and bag and because.
Soon, Dad had to learn to strike another balance, that of his work with a private law firm in New York and later at the Seagram Company, while also being a father to 3 young children. In spite of his long days and an hour commute in each direction, he somehow managed to master the art of switching seamlessly between work mode and dad mode.
You may know him as a giant in the hospitality industry, but we know him as a devoted eater of Dot's candy, a terrible skier, a frequent user of cliche catchphrases like up and at 'em, and the proud owner of a wildly mediocre rendition of House of the Rising Sun. It was almost surprising to us as we grew up to learn about his successes and his influence in the hospitality industry, in the hospitality world. We've always known him as our dad, first, last, and always.
Dad made the transition to theme parks when we were all very young, when he accepted a human resources position with Universal in sunny Florida. And the universe apparently aligned that week because the job opening suspiciously coincided with a 1996 blizzard at home in New Jersey. The drive down to Orlando was our first big road trip as a family, and we made it memorable with such hits as Elmo, You Can Drive My Car, the Barney theme song, and assorted Godzilla noises on repeat for the duration of the 16 hours.
Since then, he's made lasting contributions to UCF's Rosen College, Universal Orlando, and the hospitality industry as a whole. He has served on the U.S. Commerce Department's Tourism and Travel Advisory Board for the last 4 presidents, the Board of Trustees for the University of Central Florida, the Central Florida Foundation for the Homeless, the Orlando Repertory Theater, and of course as president of the Universal Orlando Foundation. Quite a lot of hats for one man to wear. Thankfully, he has a rather large head, which he also graciously bestowed on his 2 daughters. So thanks for that.
But it's not just his hat that's hard to fill. It's also his shoes. You'll laugh later. As he currently manages entirely too many people as Executive Vice President and Chief Administrative Officer of Universal Parks and Resorts. I may, after all these years, have finally gotten his title right. He oversees no less than Human resources, legal affairs, business affairs, risk management, environmental health and safety, corporate communications, community relations, external affairs, schmoozing, chatting, badgering, shooting the breeze, blabbing, gabbing, jawing, yapping, yammering, grilling, thrilling, fulfilling, dog walking, beer tapping, wine tasting, solitaire, and IT.
Over the years, he's accumulated a sizable collection of nicknames as well to go along with his titles. Sprolsy, Spurls, Sprouls, Sprouls, Sproulsus, Sprouts, Spirelli, PB Dadu, Padre Grande, but mostly we just call him Dad. And more recently, he acquired perhaps his favorite title of all, Grandpa. With that title comes some of his most important responsibilities, among them spending many a night as the one-man commentary team for his grandson's wrestling matches and making his granddaughter laugh. Of all his career highlights, being a grandpa was the job he was born to do.
John Sprouls is the consummate organizer and a natural leader. He is such a good leader, in fact, that all 3 of his children and 2 of their significant others have followed him into his line of work. Over the years, he has perfected his craft of finding himself in charge and being mystified as to how it happened. His organizational leadership extends even into his family life. It's almost like he can't help it. Like at home, when he co-commissions 3 fantasy football leagues because he couldn't be caught dead not managing something on a Sunday.
Or when his son mentions that stilt walking looks like fun, and suddenly I'm in the Mardi Gras parade.
Or when he frequently goes into travel mode to herd his ever-growing family at the airport at hours reserved best for sleeping. To his credit, though, we've never missed a flight. Dad, we are so proud of you and everything you've accomplished. You and Mom have worked so hard to give us the life you dreamed we'd have. And just as with everything else, you succeeded. Congratulations on your award and on a lifetime of recognition and gratitude. We love you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And now we would like to induct our second nominee into the Hospitality Hall of Fame, Mr. John Sprouls. And I'd also like to invite Dean Wong back to the stage to present the award. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, so how do you follow that? Notice none of them followed me into the practice of law and all got into the entertainment space, but I think they're doing pretty well. Thank you. I'm so blessed to be here tonight and accept this award, and to have had the opportunity to work in the hospitality industry for most of my career. It's been and continues to be a blast, because when you think about it, we all have one basic job: make people smile. That's what we do. Before moving to Orlando in 1996, because my wife was right and I was wrong, I worked in New York for 10 years for Seagram, the wine and spirits company, another business that puts smiles on people's faces. So, in essence, my entire career has been about booze, roller coasters, and smiles. Not too bad. I'm very appreciative and humbled to be recognized by UCF and the Rosen College. Education has always been a passion for me, as my children know. And I've been very fortunate to be associated with UCF for a very long time. I was privileged to serve on the UCF Board of Trustees for 10 years. And I hope and plan to continue my partnership with UCF and the Rosen College for many years to come. I want to thank UCF, Rosen College, Dean Wong, and everyone here for this terrific honor. And to be able to achieve great heights, you must be able to stand on the shoulders of many. I've been blessed to be able to work with so many partners, colleagues, mentors, and friends during my 36 years with Universal. Several of my partners in crime currently are here tonight, and I thank them all for their help, their support, and their guidance. An honor such as this doesn't mean anything without a loving, supportive family to share it with. You met my 3 children a few minutes ago. They make me proud every day. They embarrassed me sufficiently this evening, but thank you all very, very much. Their significant others, Stephen and Alana, our newest children, have enriched our family by joining it. And of course, we just happen to have, I apologize, the 2 absolute best grandchildren on the planet. But you can be in the top 3. I know you beg to differ. My buddy Reese, and the beautiful Effie, who all of you have heard from this evening. And I'll let you in a little secret, which I know Barb already knows. Being a grandparent is hands down the best job you can ever have. None of this would be possible, and I truly would not be standing here today accepting this honor without my partner for the last 47 years, my wife, Laverne. We were high school sweethearts. She just doesn't look like she went to high school with me. She is my North Star, she is my best friend, and she's my rock. And someone far smarter than I once said, I am what I am, only because you are who you are. Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, for this honor.
Thank you again. Congratulations. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Sprouls, and congratulations again. And now we would like to induct our 3rd nominee into the Hospitality Hall of Fame. This is a posthumous induction, as unfortunately Disney legend Ron Logan passed away in August 2022. Ron Logan was an associate professor who taught here at UCF Rosen College for almost 2 decades. Logan was a former executive vice president and executive producer for Walt Disney Entertainment. He was responsible for creating, casting, and producing all live entertainment products for the Walt Disney Company, including the Disneyland Resort, the Walt Disney World Resort, Tokyo Disney Resort, Disneyland Resort Paris, the Disney Institute, Disney Business Productions, Disney Cruise Line, Disney Entertainment Productions, and Walt Disney Entertainment Worldwide. He was also the executive president of Walt Disney Special Events Group, executive vice president of Disney Special Programs Incorporated, and the first president and founder of Disney Theatrical Productions, which produced Disney's Beauty and the Beast, a new musical on Broadway and around the world. Logan's global role was to support the Walt Disney Company in establishing the standards for Disney live entertainment worldwide, maximizing synergistic entertainment opportunities in support of all company business units. Logan authored Walt Disney Entertainment, a retrospective look, a written resource documenting the evolution of Walt Disney Entertainment from 1955 through 2000. On October 10, 2007, Logan was honored at the Walt Disney Studios in Burbank, California, with the Disney Legend Award for Parks and Resorts. This prestigious award is presented to individuals who have made a significant impact on the Walt Disney Company over the years. And the next time you walk down Main Street, USA, at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom Park here in Orlando, look out for the window on Main Street for the Main Street Music Company, with the words below that title reading, Ron Logan, leading the band into a new century. Here to tell us more about Ron is someone who is very special to him, and I'd like to invite to the stage his grandson, Adam Haney.
Hello, My grandfather was a man of boundless creativity and tireless perseverance. A man who created countless works of art throughout his career. We don't talk about the Dick Tracy stage show. That have touched the lives of thousands of people. A man who beat several different forms of cancer even when the odds were in his favor. He was a proud man. But while we would joke in the family about his achievements going to his head, oh, Disney legend Ron Logan taking out the trash, I don't think his achievements ever did. You see, in my conversations with my grandfather, he rarely mentioned his artistic achievements. It took me many years for me to even realize the scope of what he had accomplished inside and outside of Disney. When I talked to my grandfather, he wouldn't brag about his own achievements, he'd brag about his students. He'd brag about their successes, their talents, and their stories. When we were cleaning out Ron's office here at Rosen with Bill and Zach, we found what must have been hundreds of folders. Far too many folders. I know, that's what it felt like cleaning them out. And within one of those folders, which must have been from decades ago, we found his idea for a school for Disney that he had proposed that is much like what Rosen has become. Alongside numerous final projects his students had presented to him over the years. He must have kept almost every single student project that was presented to him. A place like this was his dream for a long time. And I'll never forget the pep in his step and glow in his eye when he was teaching. You know, I'd see him on a Sunday, and I'd be like, hey, Grandpa, how's it going? And he'd be like, well, you know, Bucks didn't do well today. And I'd be like, ah. And I'd come to Rosen the next day for class, and I'd see him walking around all peppy, and I'd be sleeping there on the bench between classes, and I'd wake up half drooling, and he'd be like, hey, kiddo, how's it going? And walking around. It's like the Bucks never even lost. More than anything, my grandfather loved inspiring creativity and celebrating his students' successes, and he was able to do that here at Rosen. The stories and friends he made here were always his favorite to talk about, and that is why more than any award my grandfather received in his lifetime, even the Disney Legend Award, I think he would have been most proud of this award here from the place he loves so dearly. An award of recognition from the people and place that meant so much to him. So I want to thank you all for touching my grandfather's life just as much as he touched all of yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Adam. And to accept the 2023 Hospitality Hall of Fame honor on behalf of Ron Logan, I'd like to invite to the stage Carol Logan, Ron's widow.
Thank you very much. I'm honored to accept this award on behalf of my husband, Ron, who passed away suddenly in August. Our daughters, Cheryl, Michelle, and our grandsons, Zach, Adam, and his wife, Kaylee, Christian and Daniel, and my friend, Kathy, are also here with me tonight to celebrate Ron's induction into the UCF Rosen College Hospitality Hall of Fame. We are all very grateful, as we know Ron would be, to be among the members of the Hall of Fame for his contributions to education. While Ron had an illustrious and extensive career at Disney for 27 years, he had an even longer teaching career, beginning at Monroe High School in Northridge, California, and then at Long Beach City College in the early days. And then after he retired from Disney, he had to go back into teaching again. He started at Stetson University and then came to UCF Rosen College for 20 years. He loved teaching and especially helping and mentoring students as they began their careers. This fall, he was again especially excited and eager to get back in the classroom for the opening of UCF's fall semester. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And now it's time to recognize two alumni who truly exemplify what it means to be a Rosen College graduate. They are true leaders in the hospitality industry who continue to give back to their college community and the hospitality community at large. Let's begin with 2023 Outstanding Young Alumnus Awardee, Frank Hamedl, class of 2018. A passionate theme park enthusiast, Frank Hamedl currently serves as the Human Resources Business Partner at FunSpot America Theme Parks, Orlando. Hamedl graduated from the University of Central Florida's Rosen College of Hospitality Management in May 2018 with a specialized focus in theme park and attraction management. Since graduation, Hamedl continues to be actively involved with Rosen College, where he participates on the college's theme park advisory board and frequently returns as a guest speaker in various classes and internship seminars. Here to tell us more about Frank Hamedl is a professor who is very special to him, our very own Dr. Carissa Baker. I'd like to invite Carissa to the stage.
All right, good evening, everyone. I am Carissa Baker, an assistant professor here at the UCF Rosen College of Hospitality Management in the Department of Tourism, Events, and Attractions. And I have the great pleasure today to introduce you to this year's Outstanding Young Alumnus, Frank Hamedl. I first met Frank through our shared mentor, retired Rosen College Associate Professor, Dr. Duncan Dixon, who probably some of you know. Frank was a promising young leader, vice president, and then president of the Future Theme Park Leaders Association, which is now the most active student organization at Rosen College. I think that owes a lot to you as well. His strength in these roles led to the organization receiving several awards, including Campus Innovation and Campus Engagement. During his time as a student, his instructors and peers knew that Frank had a future in the industry due to his hard work, his drive, and certainly his exemplary industry knowledge. Before graduating magna cum laude in 2018, Frank won a coveted scholarship from the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions, otherwise known as IAPA, for being a future industry leader. He also got the Mr. Golden Ticket Award at the well-known Amusement Today Golden Ticket Awards, and what a cool award. That just sounds cool, right? He was dedicated to being the very best at his career, even while still a student. Frank has held now several positions in the industry, such as being a rides manager at Quasi Amusement Park in Connecticut and various roles at Universal Orlando Resort. Kind of the theme going through today, theme parks, yeah. Including an internship in global standards and procedures, as well as team captain and supervisor in event operations. Frank has since held multiple leadership positions at FunSpot America, including rides department manager, manager on duty, and now human resources business partner. He is now an IAPA certified attractions professional, very active with industry events and safety certifications, and has become a public face in the industry. Frank and I started working together in 2018 when I asked him to present with me at the IAPA Expo, our industry's largest trade show. He has given back to the industry, our community, and has demonstrated a passion for cultivating young professionals by giving leadership talks at IAPA in the Rosen College internship course, as well as speaking in several theme park and attraction management courses from myself as well as Dr. Adi Melman. He stays engaged at Rosen College by attending our theme park advisory board meetings, mentoring current students, and even advising on future theme park and attraction management curriculum, so thank you for that. Over the years, many of our students have commented on his presentations. They find him to be valuable because in him they see a relatable role model, a strong leader, someone who's passionate about the industry, and who, like them, is a product of the Rosen College of Hospitality Management. Frank's fellow alumnus and co-speaker, Kevin Geralaman, who's sitting right there in the second row, mentioned that Frank powerfully impacts his friends as well, quote, challenging them to be better and to reach further while continuing to offer support and opportunities along the way.
I believe that Frank will continue to make the difference in the lives of our students, mentees, and those who work for him. We hope that one day we can convince him to continue his education and then teach at Rosen College. Right, Dean? Just saying. But until then, we will keep inviting him to speak in our classes, and of course, we will continue to have friendly arguments about which roller coasters are the best. So thank you so much for allowing me to talk about one of my very favorite emerging leaders of this industry.
Thank you, Dr. Baker, and please welcome to the stage our 2023 Outstanding Young Alumnus, Frank Hamedl.
Thank you all for being here tonight. I truly appreciate you dedicating your time to be here and honoring just not myself, but all the other inductees. Congratulations. Words cannot truly describe how honored, thankful, and blessed I am to be here and to receive this award tonight. There are so many fantastic young Rosen alumni that are well qualified to receive this, but I am humble that I have been selected. When I first started my Rosen College journey back in 2015, I would have never imagined that my story would lead me to this very moment. Reflecting over the past 7 years, my journey has been just like one of my favorite things, a roller coaster. There have been ups, downs, a few loops, and many unexpected turns. Some moments were exhilarating, and others were kind of scary. But at the end, they were all necessary for my path to lead me here. Here at the Rosen College, I was able to pursue my passions, which helped establish my purpose and gave me direction for my career. And now I can take the time to give back and help the current students in these halls discover the very same thing. There have been so many people in my life that have been placed here to guide me along the way. So many that if I named them all, we would probably be here all night, and I'm starting to get a little hungry. But I need to thank a few people in particular. First, all my Rosen College friends for all the memories that I will cherish forever, including ones from Jack, Jarrett, Sebastian, and especially Kevin Drallman. Without him, I would not have discovered the Rosen College, which catapulted my career. So thank you, buddy. Also, I need to thank all the amazing professors that taught and still teach in these classrooms. Without their knowledge and guidance and their support along the way. As Professor Baker mentioned, I need to thank Professor Duncan Dixon and also John Riggleman, both who could not be here tonight but have a lasting impact not just on myself, but also on the Rosen College. Also, shout out to Professor Baker for all the fantastic things she's doing here at the college and helping me find my purpose as an alumni. So thank you. I also need to thank all the amazing leaders and mentors that I've had along the way for seeing my potential, motivating me, and just taking that chance to develop me. I also need to thank God for all the amazing opportunities that have been placed in my life and for the perseverance to always keep on rolling. And the best for last, my mom and dad for all their love and support and for being my #1 supporter. So thank you. I want to conclude in saying that one day I won't be a young professional anymore. Now that I hit my mid-20s, I'm starting to feel a little old. But in the future, I hope my impact on the industry and the Rosen College will continue in the many years to come. I learned that the Rosen College journey does not end after graduation, but that is where the journey truly begins. I am optimistic not only for my future, but also for the future of my fellow alumni and also for the current students, the true future leaders of the hospitality industry. Thank you, God bless, and charge on.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank, and congratulations again. Our second alumni award this evening goes to Dominique Greco, class of 2011, who is being recognized as our 2023 Distinguished Alumnus. One of the 50 most powerful Orlandoans Dominique Greco was the first ever nighttime economy manager for the city of Orlando, one of the first 10 such positions appointed globally. Following her tenure as the night manager, Greco bet on herself in early 2021 when she committed to serving her industry as a full-time advocate and entrepreneur. That year, Collective Strategies LLC debuted, where Greco offered individual support to small business hospitality clients. These clients looked to Collective Strategies as they created strategies for future developments, streamlined their business structure, scaled, fundraised, and attempted to navigate the red tape that is all too prevalent for small businesses in most all municipalities' permitting processes. Collective Strategies clients gave even deeper insight for the bigger goal, the Orlando Hospitality Alliance. Here to tell us more about Dominique Greco is a professor who is very special to her, Rosen College senior instructor, Ms. Vicky Lavendel.
Thank you, Dr. Back. I would like to tell you a little bit about our inaugural Distinguished Alumni, Dominique Greco. She was a stellar student, of course, in my communications class while completing her event management degree in 2011. Let me tell you what she's done since then, year by year since she graduated. The first 5 years she spent as the chief of staff of V Group Concepts. However, Dominique is an entrepreneur and a trailblazer. In 2016, the City of Orlando Task Force recommended a night manager 6 months before the Pulse tragedy. In 2017, Dominique was hired as Orlando Nighttime Economy Manager, one of the first in the world to hold the position. And she was connected with Rosen College and was speaking in our classes. The Orlando Community Redevelopment Agency charged her with fostering, listen to this, sociability, safety, and growth by attracting visitors, residents, and businesses to downtown Orlando. That's a lot to do. And in 2018, she was honored as one of 15 to watch by Orlando Magazine 50 Most Powerful by ensuring that downtown nightlife didn't go off the rails, especially when the clubs closed. That required getting businesses to work together and getting people home safely. Dominique promoted music tourism and presented at the Responsible Hospitality Institute. In 2019, Dominique was honored as an Orlando Business Journal 40 Under 40 for her night manager influence. In 2020, Dominique became a founding member of the Rosen College Dean's Alumni Advisory Board, made up of Rosen College graduates who hold leadership positions in the hospitality industry. Dominique co-published the Global Nighttime Recovery Plan. She was also a Prep Connects alumni speaker here at Rosen College for students who were impacted by COVID. In 2021, not only did she start Collective Strategies, but also founder and executive director of the Orlando Hospitality Alliance, where she unites entrepreneurs who personify Orlando's local social community. Dominique positioned herself as, quote, your ever-dedicated defender of the other 9 to 5, reflecting, I realize that I've been preparing to launch this organization since the day I moved to Orlando in 2007. In 2022, Dominique announced a new drive to reduce food waste in Central Florida restaurants. And my response to her via email was, you may hereafter refer to us as a Dominique Greco fan club. In the midst of her success, I asked Dominique why she returned to be a guest speaker at the Rosen College. And she said, staying involved with UCF Rosen is an honor. As a student, I heard interesting guest speakers sharing how college classes translated to real life, the real world. I'm honored to know that I'm now one of those interesting guest speakers who can passionately share what Rosen taught me,
how I applied it, and how my commitment to the industry has led me to many amazing opportunities already. Guest speaking is something I look forward to every semester. When I asked my students about the guest speakers who impacted them the most, here's what they said about Dominique. Dominique showed me I can take my career in a very different direction due to the many opportunities provided by a Rosen College degree. I reached out to Dominique for advice, which I still use today. Dominique showed me the true value of networking and having a mentor. The confidence and humble personality Dominique displayed was very inspiring. I loved her charisma, drive, and passion for the industry. I dream of setting goals as large as Dominique's and being as successful as she is in our industry. And finally, Dominique was in our seats just a few years ago, and she was able to reach her goal. I aspire to be able to come back and speak to Rosen College classes in the near future, preparing the next generation of hospitality leaders. In 2023, Dominique wrote, "I'm forever grateful and look forward to turning that gratitude into action for future students, teachers, and partners." So now you all understand why Dominique Greco is our inaugural Distinguished Alumna. She represents our college and our university so well in our industry and in our community. We're proud of Dominique and look forward to her future accomplishments. Thank you all for joining us in celebrating Dominique as our Distinguished Alumna tonight.
Thank you, Vicky. And please welcome to the stage the 2023 Distinguished Alumna, Dominique Greco.
Oh, what a day. What an emotional stage to be on. Hearing from everyone's family and all the accomplishments. I'm just very honored to be here. So thank you all for taking the time to come and celebrate all of us, Frank, Barb, John, and of course, Ron Logan. Really, really touched my heart. So thank you. I'm going to pull up my phone here because, you know, I am a millennial, even though I'm a distinguished alumni. So tonight's award and being here at UCF Rosen is really a full circle experience for me. UCF and Rosen was really my first step embracing what community meant as an adult. I always knew my life and my zone of genius, as my beautiful life coach would call it, who's sitting right here, was connecting people, building community, making ideas come to life, and fire starting things, which I'll take it, right? Okay, I'll take it. Rosen helped me polish all of those things in a really big and meaningful way at a pivotal moment in someone's life. You know, that 18 to 21, 22-year-old, like Frank, like young Frank. Back then, Rosen was the new college. It was the small college. It was kind of the underdog college, if you will. And you know what? I always felt more proud to be a part of the Rosen community because of that, and I feel as though I got to grow up with Rosen. I feel very similar to the Orlando community that we've kind of been growing up together. So that's a special bond that will never be replaced. While at Rosen, I also met a man who went on to become my boss and my mentor, and often sometimes my stand-in father, who is here tonight as well. I learned hard and quick about the underdog story that is small business, particularly small business hospitality, from him. That gotta know how to do everything inside your business day and night, gotta get your hands dirty, gotta be every role at no matter what, right? the inevitable, and also about the inevitable failures along the way. And failure is a touchy word, but I think that if you don't know how to embrace failure, then entrepreneurship is, you can't. They go together, right? So that's the learning. I'm fortunate to have learned that lesson early on, and even though it's still a difficult one that we all deal with in our careers and in our life, getting that message from Jeff early on was just always incredibly helpful, something I look back on all the time. So I have my mentor, I have my life coach, I also have my best friend, Despina, who is sitting here. We went best friends since 6th grade. We lucky enough to go to UCF together, although at different colleges, and be support for each other inside and outside of the classroom, more specifically outside of the classroom, again, in those college ages where you need your best friend around you at all times. But even better, lucky for me, I get to keep her around all the time now. And our careers have led us in, unbeknownst to us, into very interesting roles as community organizers here, myself with the City of Orlando and Despina with Orange County. So now, together as a founding board member for the this little thing I like to call the Orlando Hospitality Alliance, we get to work together and build community together all the time. Additionally, 2 of my other founding board members are here tonight, so close to my heart, Dave and Doug. Thank you so much for making everything possible that has transpired over the last year and a half. We built something beautiful here for small business hospitality, obviously something I'm very passionate about. And so I couldn't have done it without your leadership and guidance, and I really appreciate that. My friend Amy, who is here, who has encouraged me to really embrace this new role that I have stepped into professionally and personally, and can't do it without your friends behind you cheering you on, and she is just relentlessly cheers me on. And to my little brothers who are here, and I'm sorry. You know, I've been saying I'm going to stop saying little. You know, they're grown-ups. To my brothers who somehow have the insane responsibility of grounding me and also being my North Star when I lose sight of it sometimes. Love you very much. And Marcella, Dean Wong, Doc, Terry, Vicky Lavendal, Ron Logan, being up here it's so special, and thank you so much for sharing about Professor Logan. I miss him. I remember him being right here, and the energy, as his grandson said, I mean, it was just never, it was always full blast, and I looked forward to coming to his class all the time, and I know so many of my friends did. You know, never miss Ron's class, ever, ever. To Barb, John, and Frank, and Ron, again, congratulations. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you, Dominique, and congratulations. And this concludes our Hospitality Hall of Fame ceremony. Serving as your Master of Ceremonies has truly been my honor. We invite you all to join us for a celebration reception in the Disney dining room, where we can eat, drink, and be merry as we congratulate our inductees and awardees. And if you've not already tried it prior to the ceremony, be sure to try our Rosen College celebratory drink, the Pineapple Pisang Royale, a champagne cocktail created in 2018 to honor our founding dean, Dr. Abe Pisang. Thank you all for coming, and a good night.